go. Now we're rolling. I was a little concerned there. Okay. So, number 9. Let's just see who's in the registers. 13 out of the 16. We'll see if we can actually get no buys this time. We haven't had the full 16 compete since the first 2 tournaments, I think. Every time after that, it's been like 1 less or 2 less, even 3 less in one of those. When you get 3 less, you get some really odd results. But hey, the show goes on. So what do we got? I got a lot of new names in this one, which is pretty cool. I was looking over that list of the 16 people, and something like half of them I realized I don't even recognize. Who are these people that are getting golden tickets? Why are they so good at this game? It's amazing. But hey, it is what it is. If anything, that's kind of a good thing, actually, because it means that there'll be more, like, unusual decks. Since the pros kind of already know what decks they want to play, what's good against what, whereas the new guys might decide to bring in something unique. And so it was pretty good. Oh, somebody just left. We had a 14th guy. He just kind of walked away. It's okay. We still got like 20 minutes. They're staggering, and it's actually pretty good. We have 13 people already out of the 16, which is pretty good. Which means that even if nobody else comes in, we can still launch. Although we do want to launch with at least 14. We do that, we'll have a normal result. It's when you get less than 14 that you start getting, like, you can actually have a winner who doesn't have 4 points. Well, hopefully that doesn't happen. Also, droppers have a tendency to do that, so no droppers, guys. Fight it out. You came all the way to play in this tournament. The least you can do is get everyone else the satisfaction of watching the battles. Right, Laurentiel? Okay. Who's not here? I saw that one name flash really quick. That was, Alright, so who do we got? We got Adref? Is he here? Yeah, never seen him. Adam, never seen him. Also here. Clone. Good to see Clone is back. Cruel Tech, of course, he's here. Dracula, 1988. Never seen him before. Dunkeldark. Name sounds familiar. I think I've played him before. On ladder or something. So, wow. Pretty good. I'm happy. We know him. Yenietz, he's been here before. Laurentiel, of course. Mondo is the guy who just, I think, left. That's another guy I don't know. Mr. Madai? Yeah, it's another name I don't know. Oberon 30. I've seen the name, but I don't think he's been in Masters. And then Spruce. Spruce is back. 3. Yeah. The name sounds familiar somehow, but I don't. He's not been in Masters. Thrashman. It's cool to see him because Thrashman is a solid player. I've ran into him a number of times in trials and draft, and he's always provided a pretty good game. And then Nabucadelo is another person who has not played. So we got Mondo. Well, I actually didn't even see who's missing. I just ran through the entire list. And I didn't actually keep track. Okay, yeah. Adref, Adam, Clone, Cruel Tech, Dracula, Dunkeldark, I'm Happy, Yenietz. Okay, Yenietz is not here. Laurentiel, Mondo, Madai, Oberon. Okay, yeah, so Oberon, Yenietz, and Mondo are not here. Cheap kitchens, eh? Yes, very cheap kitchens. Which old master winner would I want to see back? I don't know, Powell maybe. It'd be cool to see him. It's like he won and then he left. It's like, yeah, I did my job. Oh, there's Mondo. Peacekeeper was streaming a little bit here and there. I don't know if he actually intends to come back. Oh, Mondo's left again. I don't know. We'll see what happens. He's still got time. Let's hope the other two. I mean, I don't see why Yenietz would miss it. He's, I mean, I'm not gonna call him a regular, because... Yeah, but he's been on the scene, and he played in the last one, I think. So, he should want to stick around. And Oberon, I have no idea who that even is. You know, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised that there's a lot of names I don't recognize, because I very rarely ladder these days. And so, there might be names that are actually pretty common, but I just don't see them. But hey, every single time we get new faces, and this time we got, what, 8 new faces? 7 new faces? It's crazy. So the chances of there being a repeat champion is actually... It's only Laurential, right? Yeah. It's only Laurential, so Cruel Tech, as always, is gonna be... He's got the gold in his sights, that's for sure. Laurential, of course, always a solid contender. Oh, Mondo is back. And other than that, I don't know. Let's see if Clone can make a return. That'd be interesting. Knowing Clone, maybe he'll bring some angels. Maybe he'll bring that Hermelian variant. I feel like Cruel Tech is just gonna have to win Masters eventually. It's the laws of probability are on his side. He keeps coming very close, very close, very close. You know, eventually he just needs like a little bit of luck on his side, and he's gonna get it. It's inevitable. Cruel Tech, he might as well have already won a Masters, because there's no way it doesn't happen sometime. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how many of these Masters we'll have. Maybe 20, maybe 40. Maybe 100. Maybe it'll go on forever. It would be a real shame if these things ended without Cruel ever actually winning the title. I'm sure he would be very, very sad. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride, right? That's how that goes. I will see. Still Oberon and Yeniet's not here. Hopefully Mondo sticks around so that we do get at least the minimum 14 for a solid lineup. And other than that, it'll be good times. So, let's talk about the decks. I've been laddering a little bit because when I played that last Fuzzy Bolt against Laurential, I brought a Mono Wisdom deck that actually did surprisingly well. I wanted to see if that deck could actually play reasonably well on ladder. And you know what? It's not that bad. I did actually manage to beat a Heal Melian with it. But I also recognize that the deck has a lot of weaknesses. So, probably never going to be tier 1. Speaking of tier 1, let's see how many people go for the Mono Hermelian, the Heal Melian as he has been nicknamed, over the Nature version, which has more aggressive cards because they've got the 3-speed 2-drops along with Gurkha Tribe and Tornado Outbreak, over the more heal-oriented version, which runs all the priests, which has stuff like... which may have stuff like Spell Warden, which can protect you from cataclysms and such. Yeah, there's a lot of options, and I think running the Heal Melian does open up some more options because you can use the nature cards for something else, maybe like a Kayanu deck or Energy Aggro, one way or the other. So it makes sense that Heal Melian is played more since it's it uses up less of the good cards that you might want to run. Otherwise, I still expect Dragon Combo to be played by some people, but maybe not as many as before. There'll probably be chickens here and there. I mean, how can you go into Masters and not have a chicken in one of your decks, right? That's a crime. You go to jail for stuff like that. We'll see how many chickens. Boltor's dream still has not come true, which was that a chicken delivers lethal damage to win the Masters tournament in the last round. It's pretty unlikely, but it could happen. Could certainly happen. Now let's take care of some other business. Actually, I didn't even check what the prize was. $271. So there's still been donations. It's still good to see that people are still donating to the cause. As it is traditional, the donating thing will remain open until the end of the tournament. So if you want to get some mystery boxes, which can have like, they can have basically anything in them. Yes, it's technically slightly less efficient than the marketplace, but it's not any less awesome. And of course, helping support this tournament means we can have more of them. We can attract more players, bigger prize pool, all the good stuff. With that out of the way, I can't do it as well as Bolter. Bolter is able to just put his soul into it. He's a true salesman. Me, I'm just a hat, really. The hat represents my personality. Twitch chat app. That's pretty good. Where is Boltor? I don't know. I haven't talked to him for a while now. I mean, he started working more, so he probably just has less time to do this sort of thing and less time to like do anything else, right? Because he hasn't done any. Oh, there's Yeniets. He hasn't done any videos, as far as I know. I'm pretty sure he doesn't sell kitchens. But yeah, he's... Hang on, I got Ifko here. He says that it's not coming up for him. Okay, I don't know. I'm sure he'll be here soon. His wife pregnant? I have no idea. Wait, no, I thought that was like his fiance, not his wife. I don't know, honestly. I mean, a lot could have happened since then. Maybe he is gonna have a kid, and so he can't. Like, he can't really be playing around with card games like this guy. This guy right here, who's just all card games some of the time. Well, this should be an interesting Masters with this many new players. With even though there's only slight changes, there's still changes in the meta a little bit here and there with a new deck. We'll see what happens. Should be good games. Who would I bet on to win? I'm of course always gonna back Cruel Tech. I think any Masters, there is like a 40% chance that Cruel Tech wins. And other than that, it's really hard to predict. Okay, Laurentio's probably a good bet because he's, you know, a seasoned player. But, I mean, these other guys, I don't know how good they are. They're obviously good enough to get here. That's pretty good. So maybe one of them will take it. I mean, we had, like, relative unknowns winning these tournaments. Where, like, you know, I'm not gonna say, like, Toric is an unknown, but compared to, like, these other guys, a little bit, and yet still managed. Sensages even managed to win. Anybody could win, and, you know, you just gotta have a decent run, play well, play consistently, and you'll win. You need luck on your side, but you also need to be consistent. Luck alone is not gonna get you anywhere here. But if you're unlucky, it's pretty hard to win. No Drygord this time. There's a lot of people who didn't qualify. There's no Pew. There is no... Well, a lot of people. So with... Yeah, actually, wait. Cruel Tech, I think, still remains as the only player who has always qualified. Because Pew missed one. Laurentio, I know, has missed some. I think it's only Pew. I mean, Cruel Tech. And I think... And I've been keeping track of the Masters results. And I do believe Cruel Tech is still the #1 Masters player. Which is astonishing considering he has never actually won. But he's been in all of the tournaments. and he has consistently scored well across all of them. Makes sense. I think it's gonna happen one way or the other. Ah, Laurentiel says even Cruel Tech missed one. Yeah, I mean, I'm not actually looking at the document. I thought it was either him or Puq that never missed one. Maybe it was Puq, and now that Puq has missed this one, everybody has missed some. No one is perfect. No one can devote their lives to Spellweaver, except for our brave developers, of course. By the way, tomorrow we're gonna have a big podcast with Ivko. Myself, Laurentiel, and Ivko will be discussing the game. Hope to see you there. I know we'll see you there because, hey, an opportunity to hear from Ivko, the Grand Master. I mean, who could miss that? I'm excited just by thinking about it. So, Laurentiel has the post on the forums. I'm sure he can drop a link if necessary. It's gonna be good. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. Like before the podcast, we'll lay out some groundwork for how that's gonna work. Yeah, there's new cards. I mean, I'm not expecting any like spoilers or anything. I wouldn't expect spoilers tomorrow. But we can ask him about it. We can ask him, hey, are we gonna have spoilers? Are you gonna spoil all the cards? Are you gonna spoil some of the cards? Are you gonna do little by little? How is that gonna work? There's the topic from Laurentiel. Feel free to check it out. We're gonna have a good time. So we're only missing Oberon, which is not too bad. 15 people still means there'll be a normal tournament. It's just that the person with 0 points will be the person who has the invisible man. The guy who's not here will just be the person who has lost all their games. And that means everybody else will get at least 1 point. Pretty nice, right? Everybody's gonna get a point, even if that point is against a bye. Sorry, such is life. I mean, it'd be nice to get some hints, sure. Get an idea. We know that there's gonna be 21 cards. The first 6 cards are probably gonna be aspect related, since they're supposed to be related to the bosses. There's gonna be 6 bosses, so probably a boss for each aspect, and you get some card for it. And then the other 15 cards, I'm not really sure. It could be dual color, like Laurentiel's predicted, because there are exactly 15 2-color combos across 6 aspects. That'd be pretty cool, because they can probably make them a little bit more powerful to encourage different kinds of play. Like, they can push specific color combos. If they want, let's say, black and white to be playable, they could make a really strong black and white card. 8 p.m. that means 1 p.m. for me. I'm trying to figure out if I can still play the draft best of 3. I should be able to. The draft starts at 10, so it should be over, I think, by then. I mean, if it runs over a little bit, it's not like that bad. So yeah, I'll do the regular Sunday super stream starting with the best of 3 draft. And then we'll have the podcast with Ivko. The gigantic mug of beer. Okay. However, it is not filled with beer. Can you guess what this is? Ooh. That's better. Spoilers. It's water, not vodka. Sorry to disappoint you. I knew you were gonna guess vodka. Look at that. Here they come. Vodka, vodka, vodka. Rubbing alcohol. Guys, I don't actually drink alcohol. I know, it might be shocking. How does this guy not do it? But no, I actually don't. I may be the only Polish person in the world who doesn't drink. I'm very weird like that. The hat keeps me sober. That's why. Anyways, looks like we might be playing without Oberon. It's a bit of a bummer. I mean, you know, you go through a lot of effort to get a golden ticket, and then you can't play. It's a real shame. But the rest of the tournament won't suffer for it, so that's totally fine. Sorry guys, no alcohol in the big mug. I know you must be really disappointing. You really were expecting a wasted stream, didn't you? Like, you're gonna say, alright, so this Hermelian's gonna attack twice, it's gonna kill that thing with the speed, and then give that thing a something, and that's lethal, right? Something like that. That's not gonna happen, guys. This is the official Spellweaver stream. I'm not gonna stream wasted. As funny as that would be, I admit that would be pretty funny. But nah. You know what? Maybe Laurentian will give us a wasted stream sometime. That would be amazing. I would totally be there. Best time to snipe him. How do I get through the day? I just pretend it's all a dream. And every day I wake up, the dream goes away. It's all good. No problems. Got a couple more minutes. 8 minutes. So we'll follow standard procedure here. Just watch. I'll try to watch a different person each time, so we get a nice idea of what decks are out there. Try not to like favor anyone specifically. And as always, I'd like to remind everyone. Oh, looks like Mondo is gone. I'd like to remind everyone we will be streaming with a 10-minute delay, just like last time, to make sure there's no snipe action going on, which means that when the round begins, I'll be taking a 10-minute break. Well, you will be taking a 10-minute break, give or take, before the stream resumes, and we're rolling. So keep that in mind. I guess you'll have 10 minutes to, I don't know, refill your beer bottle or something. Laurentian he's got to activate his focus mode, because first place awaits. He really wants to win. He's a very dedicated player. Very good one, too. I really hope Manda comes back with 14. I had this figured out. If you play with 14, you pair 7-7. I mean, ideally, you'd like pair like the buys together, right? Then you'll have 14 people. And then you'll have... Well, no, I don't know actually how that's going to do it. If they just pair 7 and 7, there'll be 7 1-pointers. Which means there could be 4 2-pointers. Yeah, that's still fine, actually. 14 is still alright. Still alright. Actually. It's 13 when you start running into issues. That's a lot of buys. I hope we never have to do with less than that. Because it's not the same if the winner doesn't have 4 points, since even though usually one person will have the good tie breaks, it's still like, well, you lost to someone. Someone else beat you who also had 3 points. It's just that their 3 opponents were slightly worse than your 3 opponents. You know, you get the idea. Oh, we got a MG over here as well. Good to see you. Man, these exams are taking a long ass time. It seems like he's been taking exams for the last 3 months. Yeah, I see Mondo is back, but he's been kind of oscillating back and forth. We'll see what happens. I mean, it may be the case that he like disconnects. If his connection is not stable, then he might just end up like forfeiting his rounds or whatever. But we do what we can. Maybe someone will get a lucky round 1. Free point. But you know what? It doesn't matter that much, because the only score that matters is the 4 points. That's where the winner is. That's where the money is. We've got 5 minutes. A lot could change in 5 minutes. Yeah, Johto has decided to live a normal life, not this craziness that we're all doing. He thought, well, you know what? Well, there is card games, and then there is this thing called life. I could live life, you know. That's pretty good. Yeah. Did you get tired of Legends, by the way? We got somebody in the host panel. Oh, okay. I never really understood this host panel thing. Like, it works in a weird way. Whatever. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, the first CCG I played was Magic. Of course, back then I didn't realize, you know, the possibilities that existed. I mean, like most people, when I first saw how Spellweaver works, I thought, wow, why isn't Magic like this? Like, it's so obvious. How did they not come up with this? But Magic the Gathering is like a stubborn old man. He just refuses to change his ways. The bug always bites. I mean, CCGs are cool. Just gotta find the one you like. Or maybe play several. Because, at least in my experience, none of them have been perfect. There's always something in every one of them that bugs me. Sadly. But maybe there is no such thing as a perfect CCG. Clone? Clone could certainly take the title. You know what, Johto? I've had several moments like this. Quite a few, but I always came back to Spellweaver. I actually did have brief periods where I did just very, very small amounts of content for other games, but I don't know, I just couldn't keep it up. I think my heart is just in Spellweaver, and that can't change. But you know what? It's alright. Ultimately, it's been a good run. The community here has been so fun that I think it's all been worth it. I mean, to be able to sit here and like just hang out with like 20 or 30 people and watching awesome games being played, it's a dream. Yeah. Drygord missed so much cash. Dude. It's alright. There's always going to be more Masters. Looks like we're going to start up pretty soon. Less than 2 minutes. So, no sign of Oberon. I think we have to assume he's simply just not going to make it. It's going to be a question of whether or not Mondo actually sticks around. Whether he'll oscillate back out. So, once that registration marker hits 0, I'm going to stop the stream. Apply the delay. 10-minute delay again, and then I'll see you guys when I get back. And if necessary, I can respond to chat. And please, no spoilers. If you've seen how the game ends, don't spoil it for everyone else. It's really not fun, especially in like the last round, because you never know. You never know how it's gonna go. 23 seconds for Oberon to make it. Can he do it? I'm guessing he can't. 13 seconds. 15 players? Yeah. 15 players it is. That's still pretty good. Alright then. I'll see you guys in a few minutes.